Shoveling inside to Kelsey. Touchdown! That time Mahomes went underhand.
Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday bed.
They don't touch it. Touchdown!
This dude is a freak.
Got that sunshine on my Sunday bed.
Arrowhead, home of the Chiefs. And it's home of the defending Super Bowl champions, welcoming the Carolina Panthers and Christian McCaffrey back to the mix today in Week 9. The battle of the second-place teams, if you will, in the AFC North and South. Ravens at Colts, great game, 2 above 500 teams. And then Sunday Night Football, the Buccaneer ship is all ready to roll. Saints and Tampa for Sunday Night Football viewing pleasure. That's part of your Week 9 docket. That also includes a trip of the Seattle Seahawks, best record in the NFC, visiting Western New York, taking on the AFC East leader Bills. Can the Raiders win back-to-back games for the first time all year? Tua versus Kyler, #1 versus #1, not in terms of obviously overall draft choices. That would be Kyler. Tua went 5th overall, just the #1 versus #1. Very rare to see 2 quarterbacks wearing the same number line. All right, that's numerology for you. Welcome to NFL Game Day Morning, presented by Lowe's. We put the home in home team. The we is not the royal we. Rich Eisen, Steve Mariucci, Kurt Warner, and Michael Irvin all the way at the end of the set. And we hit the Wayback Machine to start this program. Let's hit the Wayback Machine to start things off. It was 7,708 days ago in the Big House that Drew Brees and Purdue took an undefeated 4-0 record into Ann Arbor to take on, yes, TV 10 at the time, and undefeated Michigan. Brees threw for 293 yards, a touchdown, and an interception, and Brady threw for 250 yards and 2 scores in the Wolverines' 38-10 win. Now let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on, Steve. You gotta have something, Rich. You gotta have something. Let's move on to you guys. Back what we were doing 7,007 days ago. Week 4 of the 99 season. Michael had 2 receptions, 24 receivers. That's a final touchdown of his career in the Cowboys' 35-7 win against the Cardinals. Okay. All right, what was Kurt doing? Kurt's third career start. 310 pass yards, 3 touchdowns, and a perfect passer rating.
Let's see.
Beating the Bengals. One of 3 career games with a perfect passer rating for Kurt.
Perfect.
All right, what was Mooch doing today? 7,700 whatever days ago. 49ers beat the eventual AFC champion Titans. Jeff Garcia hit T.O. How about that? They liked each other here. 22-yard
team you played in the Super Bowl.
San Francisco moved to 3-1. Uh-oh, what was I doing? What was I doing? I don't even want to see it. It's
running
on
a 40?
That salad. Look at that salad. Look at Stu. I miss you, Stu. Love you, man. Wherever you are, up above us. Look at me doing my thing.
Look at the hair. I love the hair.
Wearing at the same time.
It's a good day for most of us.
Why are we?
He had a touchdown.
2 catches? I mean, I was going to let that slide, Kurt. Kurt.
I might have done, by the way, I might have done the SportsCenter highlights of all 4 of those things, from Brady to Brees to all 3 of your days.
Oh, my God.
Could have been.
Sure you did. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. Hold on, let me get the same Magdalene.
Rich is a good-looking guy. Rich.
I am a fine wine.
Rich.
All right?
Rich,
Good Sunday morning to everybody who enjoys fine wines. Michael Irvin, you're first on the Sunday storyline. What do you have there, Michael?
All right, and we do storylines every week, and we want to talk about this, Rich, because I want to what makes a story successful and compelling, and it tells you have to make the dramatic content of your story strong, and then you want to have a great plot and a great subplot, and I'm telling you, that's exactly what the Saints and the Buccaneers are. You got a great plot in every category. These 2 quarterbacks, Drew Brees and Tom Brady, they're 1 and 2 in completions, all time in the NFL, in completions, in attempts, in pass yards, and in pass TDs. That's a plot right there. They're battling each other. And then we have the return of the guy that set the record in receptions last year, Michael Thomas. The return of Michael Thomas to the Saints, and then the addition thereof of Antonio Brown to the Bucs. Right there, coming back to returning to the NFL. That's a great story. That's the kind of game, and that's the kind of story that's a successful and compelling story for everybody to watch.
I don't know if there's another story that's got that much depth to it, but
I don't believe anybody at the beginning of the season would have said, going into Week 9, we'd be talking about the second-place Miami Dolphins against the second-place Arizona Cardinals. And, Rich, you referenced it earlier. We've got Tua against Kyler. Just a couple college seasons ago, they were 1-2 in the Heisman voting. But for me, this is going to go beyond that. This, if you watched the game last week, we just showed a highlight there of this Miami Dolphins #1 scoring defense against the Rams. They dismantled the Rams, specifically with the blitz. I know you're going to show it in Mooch's Minute a little bit later, but they dismantled the Rams. So now you've got Kyler Murray. How does he handle the blitz? He's got a 31 quarterback rating on the season against the blitz, but he's very escapable, right? He's got the chance to be able to make huge plays against the blitz with his legs. That is the matchup that I'm watching, that Miami Dolphins defense against Kyler Murray and the #1 offense in the National Football League, the Arizona Cardinals.
The one I'm watching is the 6-1 Seattle Seahawks traveling over to Buffalo, 6-2. This is a heck of a game, and they're finally letting Russ cook in Seattle. It's not the Legion of Boom winning games anymore. It's the offense. And you know what? Russ is just serving up some gourmet offense. This guy's got a couple of wide receivers with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. He's a rising star. They're feasting on defenses this year. And you know what? With Russell Wilson as the front runner of the MVP, and stick around, Rich, because later on in the show, you're going to see a fantastic sit-down that I had this week with Russell Wilson.
There are two eyes in Mariucci, but that was an excellent, excellent, much-needed promo right there.
Thank you.
Hey, Irv, there's no question about it. I mean, that Davante Adams starting this week in Week 9 said, I'm the best receiver in the league, and he says it's just, you know, confidence. But DK Metcalf has put his name in that ring this year. He is physical. He is, to use your phrase, a beast. There's no doubt about that, right?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And we'll be talking about him, too.
Okay, and then Seattle, obviously, at the top of the NFC in terms of records. But then you got that big matchup that you referred to, Michael, as your Sunday storyline. And that's how we kick off our reporters, presented by Gillette, getting us ready for game day, starting with Sarah Walsh in Tampa. Sarah?
Rich, it has been 420 days since Antonio Brown last played in the NFL. His quarterback that day, Tom Brady, who he calls one of his closest friends. So the Bucs add a Pro Bowler. The Saints should be getting one of theirs back. Michael Thomas out since Week 1 practice this week. Sean Payton calls him a game-time decision. For more on the Steelers and Cowboys, Jane Slater is in Arlington.
Good morning, Sarah, and good morning to those of you at home. You know, when you consider the playoffs, Dak Prescott has played 72 games straight, and now the Cowboys are looking to start their fourth quarterback in 5 games against the undefeated Steelers. Now to Kim Jones.
Thanks so much, Jane. You know, here in Buffalo, temperatures expected to reach 67 degrees today. That would represent the warmest game ever here at Bills Stadium in November or later. Great weather. We'll take it. Now let's go to Stacy in Indy.
Great weather here, too. The roof is open in Indy, Kim. Hey, listen, the Ravens had to work virtually all week long due to COVID concerns. Defensive back Marlon Humphrey did test positive. He is in our thoughts, but they come in here with relative strength and a new receiver. His name is Dez Bryant. He hasn't played in an NFL game since Week 17 of 2017. He was elevated to the active roster yesterday. Could be a fun day for Dez Bryant. Right now, we go to Nashville. Tom Pelissero, take it away.
Stacey, the Bears had to move quickly last night to quarantine defensive back Deion Bush, who learned after arriving in Nashville that a close contact had tested positive for COVID-19. Bush is out today, so are 2 Bears offensive linemen who tested positive, forcing the cancellation of their Thursday practice. All of the latest test results are clear. It's game on against the Titans. Here's Jeffrey Chadilla in Kansas City.
Thanks, Tom. Well, it's good news for the Chiefs defense as they get ready to face Christian McCaffrey. Defensive end Frank Clark, who had a banged-up knee all week, will be ready to play. Now we'll send it over to Ian Rappaport.
Well, thanks, Jeff. Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford just minutes ago received his final clearance on his COVID-19 test. He is good to go and will play now for the Lions against the Vikings. But listen to what his week has been like. He hasn't practiced at all. He has been in quarantine at home with his family due to a high-risk close contact from someone very close to his family. What he has been able to do is follow along with practice at an almost near live basis. That's how fast they've gotten him the clips. That's how fast they've gotten him the scripts. He has participated in all Zoom meetings. And just to get to the game today in Minnesota, he had to take a private plane just due to COVID-19 concerns. Is in a different part of the hotel. Hasn't seen his teammates at all but of course will today, Rich.
All right, and we're wheels up on this edition of NFL Game Day Morning with one last check of the fantasy factors from our first segment. Hey, Keenan Allen, fantasy football owners, they're very happy. It looks like the illness that has him questionable. He's expected to play later today. Calvin Ridley, however, not for the Falcons. This season home has never been more important. This year, as always, we want you to share your game day experience with us with social media, so make sure to keep posting us with the hashtag Lowe'sHomeCam, and we'll share posts later in the show throughout NFL Game Day Morning. We're seeing Thomas right here saying hello to us. We say right back at you, Thomas. Good morning. This is all presented by Lowe's. Come on, man. Where that dog? He must be doing overtime. The real Paul Don't worry. Champ's here. Champ's here. Unless the Cowboys got to win since the last time we saw Champ. No. Buffalo, New York. Orchard Park. Home of the Buffalo